What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another rebuild. Today we're going to be doing the New York Jets, who don't really need a rebuild. They're already kind of pushing towards a championship for this year, but they have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. They just recently signed Dalvin Cook. I mean, they have a decent enough receiving core. You're really hoping Garrett Wilson takes massive steps. Their offensive line could be a little bit better. I mean, Mekhi Becton, you're wishing he was a tad bit better. I mean, a 75 overall isn't really that great, but he's got superstar development, so he should be getting up to the 80s in no time. Other than that, I mean, the offense is good. The defense, on the other hand, the defense is really solid. The defensive line is definitely something that you want to, look at and be like, yes, this is a really good defensive line. It's a lot of depth too. I mean, there's a ton of pieces there for you. Now, corners, you got Sauce Gardner, you got DJ Reed Jr., you got Bryce Hall, pretty sure, and then Adrian Amos. Your linebackers aren't really that great, but your strong safety is a 79 overall normal development. Could use a little bit of an upgrade. Specialist, having Alan Lazard in the slot is probably fine. Other than that, I mean, this team is just looking really good. So, before we get into it though, please make sure if you haven't already to hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. I'm a small channel. And if you want to, please sub. It's free, you can do what you want to do. I'm not going to force you to do anything. But if you want to, let me know in the comments down below what team you want me to rebuild. I have tons of video ideas I want to do in the future, but I normally see these rebuild ideas and I do them almost instantly because I want to get it out for you guys to be able to watch. So let's sim to the end of mid-season and see where we're at. At the mid-season mark, we are 4-2. We're 9th for offensive points per game and 21st for offensive points allowed per game for defense. So it's not really what you want to be. You want to obviously get that better. But for the most part, we're having a pretty solid season. So let's take a look at the stats so far for what we're doing as a team. And let's cross your fingers that Aaron Rodgers is putting up a hell of a year. And he's not really. I mean, 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions is nothing to, smock at. But, it's not really that good. Dalvin Cook, 467 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. Receiving, Alan Lazard is the top guy. Garrett Wilson only has 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. Probably should put him in the slot. We want to develop him more than anything. Sack-wise, Carl Lawson has 2. John Franklin Myers has 1. Quentin Williams has 1. Interceptions, CJ Mosley, DJ Reed, and Sauce Gardner all have 1. So I think this whole team could step up. And I really hope they do for the end of the season because I want this Jets team to be dominant going into the playoffs. But let's see if they're able to make it first. And we do make the playoffs, going 12-5. We had the second best offensive points per game, and we had the 22nd worst defense in the league. That's really not how you want to be. Our offense is definitely carrying this team, even though it's a lower rating. But stats-wise, Aaron Rodgers is up in the top 3 for passing yards. And it looks like he has 4,431, 31 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Receiving-wise, Garrett Wilson had 1,000 for 7 touchdowns. Mecole Hardman had 1,000 for 5. Alan Lazard kind of fell off throughout the year, only going 800 for 4. But rushing, Dalvin Cook hits the 1,000-yard club with 1,213. Defensively, hopefully we had a guy step up on defense. Quentin Williams, 6.5 sacks. John Franklin Myers had 6. Carl Lawson had 4. Sauce Gardner had 3 interceptions. Quincy Williams had 2. Not really, a lot of interceptions there. And I know it's a lot by, certain people, but sometimes you want to have them across the board just because it looks better as a team when you're getting that stuff. So let's see if we're able to beat the Chargers in the wild card round. They are 10-7. It's a very beatable team, and it looks like we are not able to as we get crushed 28-7. Aaron Rodgers falls apart in the playoffs once again. So things that I think we need to look for going into this next season is linebacker and a CB2 to pair up with Sauce Gardner and maybe a safety. So those are the big things I'm looking at, and hopefully we get a good draft class. Not really sure what's in it. Done a little bit of scouting, but it's been kind of all over. It doesn't look like there's a strength in a particular spot. The Ravens win the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson was Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes was MVP. Kyle Shanahan was Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp was Player of the Year. Aaron Donald was Player of the Year for defense. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Bryce Young. And Defensive Rookie of the Year was Jack Campbell with the Lions. So for player negotiations, there's some big names here. Mekhi Becton is here, who's someone I do want to try to retain. Elijah Vera Tucker is here, so I'm going to accept his 5th-year option. McCole Hardman is here. Star development, 81 overall. I think we're just going to sauce him a deal if he likes it. Yes, he does. We're going to stay. Bryce Hall. He's a good corner. He's a solid corner. But if he doesn't take this deal, I don't think... Yeah, I'm not going to try to overpay him when I think I may be able to get him in free agency for cheaper. Bryce Huff, on the other hand... the tough part about this is that we have so much depth at these positions that I don't know if it's really worth it. A lot of these guys are leaving. Ooh. Do I accept the option on Zach Wilson? I think I do. Just because we want him to stay here. Because if Aaron Rodgers retires, then we have a backup plan. As for this, Connor McGovern is definitely someone we want to keep around. But we already have Joe Tippmann, who's 23, with star development behind him. So what do we do here? I really want to keep Mekhi Becton. I think we overpay him. I think we go very player friendly, and he's happy to sign with this organization. I'm glad he's happy because I'm happy to keep him. Bryce Hall, we're not franchise tagging him. Bryce Huff, on the other hand, I think we give him a player friendly deal. If he doesn't want that, then we walk away. He's glad we got an offer done. I'm glad too then. So other than that, I think we let all of these other people walk. Adrian Amos is 31. He's going to regress. Jordan Whitehead, he wants to be here, so I am going to see if I can retain him. And we are able to. That's really good. I think I let everyone else walk, though. I don't really think there's a guy who I'm dead set on keeping around. Yeah. A lot of these guys are, candidates to walking. I mean, Greg Zerlin and Thomas Morstead, we can get better people in free agency for cheaper. So I think we just go there. So in free agency, I've been looking around a little bit because I don't want to bore you guys. I think we're going to sign Frankie Louvu, who is a really solid player for the Panthers right now. I'm a Panthers fan, so it could be a little bit biased, but he's been a stud for us. I want to say he played for the Jets at some point in his career, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't take my word for it. But other than that, I don't see anyone else that I want. Isaiah Rodgers would be a good CB3. So we're going to give him an offer as well. That's pretty much the two offers that I'm willing to do. So we're going to send those through, and we're going to look at my signings. We got them both. So that's going to really help out our defense, and I think everything else we can cover in the draft. Now that we're in the draft, we have to go over what we need, really. And I know I've said it a couple times, kind of what we're looking for, but this, I really mean it. We need to get these positions filled. If not, then we're kind of screwed. So, this rookie is going to be our center. I'm trying to get a right guard and move Tomlinson over. I want Aaron Rodgers retired. Okay, this makes this so much difficult as a rebuild. He didn't win a ring, and he just said peace. So, what do we do now? That's really what I need to know. Because we have Zach Wilson here. Do I trade Zach Wilson and try to get a new rookie? Or do I just commit to him and see what happens? I don't really know, honestly. Quinnen Williams got Superstar X Factor. And Williams got star. But other than that, there's really not much change on the team other than the quarterback position. So, this is my dilemma. I'm going to view the draft board, see kind of what I need. And if I can... So, it's this guy or it's this guy. I think I would rather go Darren Coley. Top 3 pick. We're drafting at 21. I think we have to trade up. I think we really have to trade up. It kind of sucks that he retires because it's really putting us in a bad position because I wasn't trying to look for a quarterback. So I'm not 100% sure about the quarterback situation. But if I put Zach Wilson in the trade finder, is there any team that is even interested in him in the slightest? Not really. Even teams that need a quarterback are not looking for him. I mean, the Colts don't really need a quarterback because they have Anthony Richardson, who's a 70 overall with star development. Washington Commanders need a quarterback, but they don't have the draft. They don't have the cap space to do this. I mean, I would take Cameron Curl in a heartbeat if they were willing to give me it. I mean, there's not enough. Though his cap hit's kind of big. Not even gonna lie. Kind of made a mistake on that one. Let's see. Let's look at... Can we get a... like Sam Cosmi or something? No, it's not even close. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to just trade picks to get up there. And I think we might have to do 2 firsts to get up to a first overall. Or I'm probably gonna do second just so I can guarantee a quarterback that I want. So I'm probably going to want to pick at 2. I don't know who is picking at 2. I know the Bears were picking at 1. Oh, this is so tough. See, this could really happen to the Jets. And, I mean, do they put their trust back in Zach Wilson after all that time of not trusting him? I'm not sure how you go about that, honestly. Cardinals had it. So they pick it 2 and 7. So they'd be getting a pretty good deal out of this one. And they want me to improve it. I don't really know how much I can improve this. I guess I can give them my second next year. They still want more. I just don't think I could go 3 first-round picks. I feel like that is trading away the house for this. But to be fair, that's kind of what the Panthers went for when they got Bryce Young. So I'm going to do it too. And hopefully we get our guy who can lead us to the promised land. And by that, I mean the Super Bowl. So with the first overall pick, the Bears go right end, try to bolster their defensive line. Definitely something they need to do. And in this pick, I think the quarterback that I want to go after is Darren Coley. I know I said it before, but that medium accuracy, being an A under pressure, B deep accuracy. I know it's D short accuracy, but I think you just kind of have to look past that. Hidden development, 97 throw power, strong arm quarterback out of UCLA. I think he's going to be really good for us. I'm probably going to change the scheme a little bit to fit a more strong arm quarterback. But let's go to the next pick that we have. We really have to bolster up our picks for future years. But for round 3 this year, I have a couple people in mind. I wanted to get them. I was hoping I had my first and I could just trade back so I could get a couple seconds and stuff like that. But, you know, stuff happens and you can't always get it. So let's take a look and see if we can get a right guard that I was looking at. Taylor Steffens. He was a right guard. And it looks like he went. Unless I mean, he's not going to be down here. So it looked like he did go. Maybe he was a left guard and I'm tripping. No, I'm not. So, yeah. This is tough. See, all these right guards are projected free agents. All these guys are kind of bad. Maybe we just pick them and then hope for the best. I mean, A awareness for a guy isn't bad. A impact blocking, B pass, B run. Normal development. I mean, if he's a 70 overall, I think we're still winning with this pick because the guy that we have at the tackle position isn't really that good at all either. So I think I'm going to let the CPU do the rest of the drafting. I don't really have that many people because I thought I was going to need more to trade up for some of the people I wanted before, but because we had to get rid of our first, I couldn't even trade back in the first place, which is kind of rough. But maybe it's because I put all my eggs into one basket and then the basket fumbles. So let's see what this team will look like after I reorder the depth chart. So going into this year, this is kind of what the team is going to be looking like. I know we have Zach Wilson. I want to trade him, but the issue with that is no one wants him because he sucks. I'm sorry, Jets, but I mean, you guys literally brought in a new quarterback just to get rid of him. So I'm just doing it again. So I don't think there's any hate there, but we do need a free safety. And if I can get like a 70 overall guy, like, I mean, Andrew Wingard would be a better option than what we have there right now. Jalen Thompson would actually be a very good option. And it puts us over the salary cap. Oh, because it's 12 million hit. Okay. Ooh, okay, there's a lot of teams that are over salary cap. I think we just rock with them, actually. I mean, I do need a free safety. Maybe I can get one in free agency. Maybe I can move a corner up there. Let's go check that out. Those options out real quick, though. This is fun. Okay, this new Madden UI is annoying sometimes because I'm clicking things that I used to click in the past to get where I need to be, and I'm going in completely the wrong places, which, I mean, it's a learning curve, yeah, but it's just annoying because people say it's the same game every year, but they change certain little things that just annoy me. So let's take a look here. For free safeties, if there's really no good options, we're just kind of stuck. Duron Harmon, I don't even know who that is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Logan Ryan is here. Terrell Burgess. Is there any young guy who might actually be able to develop? Well, I just said his name, Terrell Burgess. I think we're gonna go with him. I mean, not bad. I mean, we slot him in where we need him to right now, and then he just kind of plays that position. So yeah, after that, I think we're gonna reorder the depth chart and send to midseason. So I'll catch you there. So at the midseason mark, we're 1-6. I expected us to fall, but I didn't expect us to fall this far. We have the worst defense in the league, and I mean the third best passing offense in the league, so it's not our quarterback's fault, right? Surely, I'm gonna go with that. Let's take a look at this team though, because I don't even feel like it's that bad. I feel like it's a decent roster. I mean, yeah, you have a rookie quarterback, and I mean that could be part of it. But I mean, it's not even that bad. I mean, you know, you have Dalvin Cook and Bryce Hall. You have Darnell Coley. 76 overall with star development. Only star is kind of bad, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this team looks solid, though. That's the thing. That's what I don't understand. I mean, I think it may be schemes. I think schemes may be messed up. So I'm going to change them around for the second half of the season and see if we can't get something going. All things considered, we'd had a better second half of the season, going 6-11 the whole way. I mean, only scoring 3 points against the Titans. We still had a really bad defense. I don't know I don't know what's up, honestly. This could be an issue. I was just going to do this rebuild until Aaron Rodgers retired, but he just went ahead and retired. Oh my God, that is why. 19 interceptions. He is terrible with with decision making. QB the future, that's like Zach Wilson 2.0. Okay. Dalvin Cook 1,000 yards. Receiving, though, Tyler Conklin leads the team. I mean, I know it's the Chiefs playbook, but his Chiefs playbook is OP in every Madden I've played. But this is just terrible. Frankie Louvu with 5 sacks. Really good showing from him. John Franklin Myers with 6. Quentin Williams with 6. Sauce Gardner with 6 interceptions. Hopefully that gets him up to Superstar X Factor. Let's take a look at the yearly awards, see if we won anything. I'm praying on Rookie of the year. But you never know what's going to happen with that. Defensive player of the year, no Jets. Offensive rookie of the year isn't even us. He's fourth. Oh, that hurts. That hurts because that could have been an easy superstar. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're really going to have to make some big changes this offseason. So in player negotiations, we have some big, not so big decisions to make. You already know we're going to accept the fifth-year option on Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. That's two easy things. Jermaine Johnson II, probably not going to accept his fifth-year option. I just don't know. I guess we should just because. DJ Reed Jr., I mean, he's the cornerback duo with Sauce. He finally went up to star. So I guess we can go player friendly. He can't wait till next year. That's perfect. Works for me. So Tyler Conklin went up to superstar, but he's 30. So I think looking for a new tight end is probably the way to go. Someone who's a little bit younger. Michael Carter II wants to leave. That's fine. Michael Carter wants to leave. That's fine. Terrell Burgess. We signed him last year in free agency. Came in. Had one of the worst defenses in the league, so he doesn't want to be here anymore. That is fine. I don't think he's that good anyway. He can walk. I kind of want to have some money for free agency, but with the way things go, that's not happening. Zach Wilson is here. I'm pretty sure I released him for cap, and he's still here. I don't know. It's just a pest you can't get rid of. He's not coming back on this team. He can stay gone. We do not care. Laken Tomlinson, 1-year deal for him. He's excited to stay with such a great team. I don't think Laken Tomlinson saw a record last year. I think he was concussed half the time. Everybody else can kind of leave. I guess I'll try to keep Cameron Dicker the kicker. That gives us about 20. Okay, he doesn't even want to be here. I don't blame him, actually. So this is an issue. So we're going to go to free agency. We're going to see what's there. But I don't know what this team needs. I mean, I think I'm going to switch our defense to a 3-4. So I think what I want to do is stock up on talent for the edge, just to like play the game of football. Really, I just want to win, man. I just want to win. I feel like we have a team that is at a point where they can win, but we're not winning, you know? I did want to get a younger tight end, but David Njoku's here. Jerome Baker. I do need another. I need a middle linebacker if I'm going to switch to a 3-4, just so we have depth. Adafe Owe. I don't know. I think we may have to look in the draft for some of this kind of stuff. Yeah, probably going to have to look in the draft. So I'm going to send through this offer. And he's here. So perfect. Let's rock with this for a little bit. Let's go to the draft, see how we can upgrade in there. So we don't pick until the fifth round. Not fifth round, but the fifth pick in the second round. So, but the thing I like about this draft class is it looks pretty linebacker heavy, which is actually a massive W when it comes to this kind of thing, because I really need linebackers. So if there's a linebacker up here that we're going to take him. I have some linebackers here that I looked at that I really like. But if there's a linebacker above them in this one, I think that's going to be great. Just all regions. No. Hudson Searless. He looks like he's a really good player. B Blockshed, B Pursuit. Only 50% scouted. I definitely was looking at linebackers. No, I wasn't, because I didn't expect to need linebackers. I didn't think about switching to a 3-4 until later. But we're going to sim to our next draft pick. We're hoping there's another linebacker available from my list. And then for our fourth round pick, going to go free safety. Well, it's actually a strong safety. it's pretty interchangeable in Madden. I don't think it really matters who you get. But we're going to get Melvin Perkins from Boise State. He's a field general. He's going to be playing in the middle of the field. 90 speed, though, only normal development. That's kind of rough, but it is what it is. And, don't know what else. I know I want to get the A.J. Downs. Hopefully he doesn't go. I think he was a projected undrafted free agent, which, sick. That's cool. But, ooh, yeah, he's here. I mean, he's projected undrafted free agent, so hear me out. Do I take a shot on this guy still left here in hopes that he has hidden development? I think I do. You might as well, right? Nope, no hidden development. 91 speed though. That's not bad. So I'm gonna hope that the guy is there for the next pick at 5. I just sent the draft. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. At least I had him in my favorites, because then I think the CPU goes off of that where they can get him. It better get him. If I missed out on him, I'm actually going to cry. Like, this rebuild just isn't going the way I want it to go. It's going to feel so much better when we start to win stuff. We did. We got A.J. Downs. And we got a tight end, which I did want. I did want a tight end. So, what we're going to do is we're going to switch him from strong safety to free safety, reorder our depth chart, and then we are going to look at the team. Say hello to the new-looking New York Jets. The tight end drafted a rookie, or the CPU drafted a rookie tight end with hidden development. So we're going to try to develop him into something really good. And we also got hidden development on one of our linebackers, but he's not even the best one, as Perkins had a better overall. So he may have more potential, but right now he's going to be a better player. But for the most part, this team is looking pretty solid. I think we go to the midseason mark and see how we're doing. I think the Jets are just doomed in Madden. I mean, 1-6? Really? We have the 18th best offense, but the worst defense. Like, how are we just consistently the worst defense? I don't understand it. I don't understand. I mean, this is just ew. I really want to rebuild this team, but he's first for passing yards, 8th for touchdowns, 5 interceptions, kind of on track for what he did last year. Dalvin Cook, 381 yards. Receiving wise, Garrett Wilson's leading the team. Now, defense. This is what I want to see. Josh Sweat, 3 sacks. Quentin Williams, 2.5. Franklin Myers, 2. Any interceptions? Isaiah Rodgers, 2. Sauce Gardner, 1. I mean, this team should be better than it is, in my opinion, obviously. But we're just not meshing well, I guess. I think we need to go to some team bonding camps or something. So let's go to the end of the season and see if we can step it up a bit. I mean, improvement is improvement. We go 7-10 this year, but it's still not where we want to be. I think the issue is we suck. I think that's the issue. I don't think there's really much else to it. But let's take a look at the lineup and see see what some of the depth traits for some of these players were. For the tight end, it's looking like it was just Star, but he's up to a 72 overall. That's really good. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not complaining at all. I mean, we get a Superstar X Factor rookie. I am beyond excited. I know I don't sound like it because I'm really bummed about how this team is doing, but for the most part, we are doing exactly what we need to do. I think I'm going to put Mind Reader on him because I don't know what that does, but it seems kind of funny. So let's go with that. But other than this, I mean, this team is just mediocre as all get out. I mean, our quarterback isn't upgrading like we want him to. I mean, oofda. So let's go to stats. Kenny Pickett's up there. Joe Burrow's up there. Mac Jones is up there. Some mediocre quarterbacks are up there, so I may need to change playbooks once again. Only 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Ah, oof da. Sauce Gardner with 2, Isaiah Rodgers with 2. We're just not getting interceptions and not really getting to the quarterback. Yeah, he actually had quite a bit of sacks. So maybe I made the wrong decision getting rid of Zach Wilson. But I also want to know how Mac Jones is putting up 4,444 yards. Kenny Pickett's doing it too. I feel like they're not that great of quarterbacks in Madden. I gotta say in Madden, because you never know they're going to pop off in real life, and this is going to get clipped, and then it's going to be, yeah. But let's take a look. At the NFL, Mac Jones is with the Patriots still. Joe Burrow's the Bengals. I could go Bengals playbook. Kenny Pickett is with the Steelers. Patrick Mahomes is Chiefs. Dak Prescott, okay. Jacoby Brissett's doing that with the Dolphins. Tyler Huntley's doing that with the Packers. Josh Allen's not putting that up great numbers. So, I'm going to have to reconsider this. I'm probably only going to do one more year of this. Not because it's not going well, just because, I mean, I'm already going into like season 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, let's see what I can do. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers win the Super Bowl, but big thing is our rookie Melvin Perkins won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So that means he's going to be star, and that also means we got a middle linebacker with superstar X factor. So now we have 2 really good middle linebackers. We just need to develop them a little bit. So for this last year, we're going to see if we can re-sign Breece Hall. Player friendly deal, $51 million. Thinks it's perfect. I think it's perfect too, buddy. John Franklin Myers, 29 years old. He's a starter on this team. We're going to re-sign him. My only issue is he hasn't really been that good for us. He's been meh. So maybe he can take a step up at 29. I just don't think it's that possible, to say the least. I think we go very player-friendly deal for Elijah Vera Tucker, just in hopes he stays, and he does. Will McDonald's here. I think we let him walk. Quincy Williams is here. Let him walk. Jeremy Ruckert is here. Let him walk. Max Mitchell is here. Let him walk. I think we let all these guys walk. Yeah, definitely we're letting all these guys walk. No problems here. So let's go to the real free agency and see if we're able to get some studs. We're going to need a left tackle, it looks like. So I hope there's a guy in here. No, I've already chose my draft class. So it says we need a defensive tackle. I think that's just because there's not that many on the depth chart. But the one we have is really good. Deebo Samuel is here. Chris Olave. Teron Johnson. Ryan Stonehouse. Well, he's a punter, so that's not an option. Trent Brown is here. Oof, that's a lot of money. Maybe he'll sign that. I wouldn't bet on it, but Chris Olave doesn't have that many teams interested in him, honestly. Probably because it's really expensive. Yeah, this is going to put us way in the cap. Is there a way to get it down enough where we don't have to pay so much? Yeah, give him 7 years. This is a terrible deal, by the way. Chris Olave should not sign this deal. It's awful. But if we can get him, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's a terrible deal. He doesn't even, not even considering it. He's definitely not signing here, but we're going to send this through. Chris Olave is still thinking about offers. Trent Brown is as well. We're not getting them. I just don't have money. I think that's the biggest thing about this is no money. I think we just go to the draft, see what we can upgrade in the draft, and hopefully we can win some more games than 7. So here we are in the draft. We have the 2nd overall pick. And we kind of need a left tackle. Not kind of, we really need a left tackle more than anything on this team. Left tackle must be a priority. So, with that being said, I think we go quarterback. Just kidding. But we really do need a left tackle. So, I'm thinking Dion Broyles is going to be our guy. We're always looking for the depth trait, and he does have hidden, which is amazing. Amazing. So, even if he has a piss poor overall, I think it's still going to be a pretty good pickup for us. It says we need a defensive tackle. I don't really believe it. For the most part, I think we're pretty good on our defensive line. I know I've let a lot of people walk, so I may actually go and pick up a guy. But let's look here. Well, I mean, Robert Bates, he was supposed to be a first to second round. There's probably a reason he fell this far, but we're going to pick him up right now. Normal development, 90 speed. Probably not the best decision. More of like a just in the moment decision. I saw him and I really wanted him. But you know what? We're just going to let the CPU do this. Because these late round picks, just really tough to make a good decision. Especially for like team needs. I don't really know like what the CPU thinks we need. Because I feel like I built a pretty solid overall team. It's just not performing the way I wanted it to perform. So hopefully going into this season, we can really start to show off why we're such a good team. Improvement is improvement. And I'll say it before, I said it again. We're doing something this year. We're 3-3. We're doing something. We're not 1-6. So we're going to sim to the end of the season and see how well we're doing. We have the 13th best offense and the 21st best defense. I'm just going to send it. Oh, we made the playoffs. We made the playoffs. We went 10-7 and made the playoffs. I mean, let's go. Let's go. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I wasn't even questioning it. Because I'm just so good at rebuilding that I knew this was going to happen. So our quarterback that we got has 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. He's kind of bad. He's actually really bad. I'm not even going to lie. Defensively, Melvin Perkins was our lead tackler. But we had 14 sacks with Quinnen Williams and 11.5 with John Franklin Myers. He really stepped up. Josh Spite did as well too. Sauce Gardner had 6 interceptions. Sauce Gardner's been really good for us. But let's see if we're able to beat the Broncos in the wild card. This would be great because Aaron Rodgers never made it past the wild card. So let's see if this new quarterback can. And it looks like, come on. We did 34-23. Okay, we're just going to skip to this next week. Going against the Ravens. Against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, who won a Super Bowl not too long ago. And we lose 28-20. But, I mean, the Jets falling off massively after they don't win a Super Bowl is very possible. Now, am I saying it's going to happen? I don't know. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire after one season, which kind of messed up this whole rebuild. Because I was just going to end it when Aaron Rodgers retired and see how many rings I can get him, but I got him 0. And also the cap was terrible the whole time. I think the Jets are in pretty cap poverty. So, I don't know. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. If you want me to do longer rebuilds, like, 10 year, 20 years, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what teams to do. And make sure to hit that sub button, make sure to like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.